Wildfires burned for a third day on Friday evening as flames seen here attempted to cross Route 211 just west of the Incident Command Center. On Saturday, we visited that command center and spoke with the Department of Forestry about the effectiveness of Friday night's rain. We're here on Saturday morning on March the 23rd, day 4 of the wildfires in Page Valley. And we're standing here with Michael Downey of the Virginia Department of Forestry. He's the Assistant Director for Wildfire, Hazard Mitigation, and Prevention. And I want to thank you, Michael, for taking a few moments with us here today. I know you've been very busy.
Great, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I want to ask you, now that we're here on day 4, we're Saturday morning, we had a little rain last night. Where are we at, just in general terms at this point?
Yeah, so with the rains, we were able to get some containment lines put in, some more dozer lines and some hand lines, be able to make some ground with that weather. We are expecting some winds to pick up, and you can feel it picking up right now as we speak. With that though, we should have it, we're about 50% contained at this time. And again, we're working with the U.S. Forest Service. They have incoming resources. We do have air support coming on in today. And so with our collaboration with the Forest Service and us, we should be able to make a lot of ground today and tomorrow.
So I don't know what the official rain count was, whether it was a half inch or what we got last night officially, but I mean, how big a dent, how important was that if you hadn't got it, or how big a dent did it put in it of what we got?
Yeah, I think just what we got was enough to help us get ahead of some of these flanks that we're starting to lose. But with that rain, it was a significant amount and enough for us to get ahead of it.
And I believe earlier today you had a visit from Governor Youngkin, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you said he was here for about an hour, from about 11:30 to 12:30. What were a couple of the things that you discussed with him?
We discussed some of the techniques and tactics that have been used since Wednesday's large wind events that started a lot of these multiple fires. We had about 70 fires within our central region just on Wednesday alone, so limited resources were used, and so we talked about just how we put those resources into play in such a short time period. Again, working with the Forest Service and them helping us out was a huge help.
Now, I know, like you said, back on Wednesday when we had the high winds and down lines and a lot of small fires, I think there was between 70 to 80 all across the state. As of a couple of days ago, or maybe as of Friday, they were down to 14 active. I think several of those had already been 100% contained. How many fires are we now at that are left that are still active?
I don't know that number. I've been kind of focused on this one right now.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
This one's been the largest one right now, with a couple, one in West Virginia and another in Highland County.
Right.
But right now we're just kind of focusing on what we're calling the 211 West, Shenandoah Forest, and the Serenity Ridge fire. Right now about 5,000 acres, and like I said, we have a good containment line around it, and about 50% contained at this
So
time.
50% contained, and the total number is now, the last count was 2,000 acres. It's up to 5,000 acres. Is that a product of the fire growing that much, or is it a product of sort of combining those 3 fires under one umbrella?
Yeah, so 2 have combined into one. There's still a third one that's pretty well contained. And again, mostly on Forest Service property, and some of it has been on private land, and that's where local county personnel and fire personnel and Virginia Department of Forestry, we kind of take care of that private land sector.
Well, I'll tell you, on behalf of everybody in the Page Valley, I want to thank you for everything that the Virginia Department of Forestry is doing to protect private property.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Happy to help.
As Michael Downey with the Virginia Department of Forestry, we're here on day 4 of the wildfires in the Page Valley.